Have you ever walked across a room in your own home? A room you've navigated thousands of times and suddenly felt just a little less steady? Or perhaps you've been driving a route you know like the back of your hand, and for a split second, you hesitated or missed something you normally wouldn't. It's a strange feeling, isn't it? It's like the world hasn't changed, but something about how you interact with it has shifted, almost imperceptibly at first. The painful reality is, as we move past that milestone of 65, our bodies and even our senses begin to change in ways we might not fully appreciate. Things that were once second nature, simple parts of daily life, can start to carry hidden risks. The secret isn't to become fearful or stop living life to the fullest. It's to become aware, to understand these subtle shifts and know how to navigate them safely. In this video, we're going to look at 5 common things that many of us do every single day without a second thought, but which can suddenly become quite dangerous after 65 if we're not mindful. We'll talk about why the risk increases and, more importantly, what simple, practical steps you can take to stay safe and independent. It's all about making small adjustments that make a big difference. Stick around and watch to the end, because there's something we'll discuss that might truly surprise you. Something fundamental to staying safe as we embrace these years. Let's start by talking about something that represents freedom and independence for so many of us: driving. For decades, driving has likely been a routine part of your life. Commuting, running errands, visiting family, heading out for leisure. It's such a habit. We often do it without conscious thought. But here's the thing: after 65, certain physical changes can start to impact our ability to drive as safely as we once did. It's not about age itself being a barrier. It's about being honest with ourselves about the changes that can come with age. Think about reaction time. It might just be a fraction of a second slower than it was years ago. But in a fast-moving traffic situation, that fraction can matter. Our vision can change. Glare from headlights or the sun can become more blinding. Peripheral vision might narrow, and it can take longer for our eyes to adjust to changing light conditions. Like driving into a tunnel or at dusk. Hearing loss, even if mild, can mean we miss important sounds like sirens or horns. Stiffness in joints can make it harder to turn our heads quickly to check blind spots or maneuver the steering wheel in tight spots. And then there's medication. Many medications commonly taken by people over 65, whether for blood pressure, diabetes, pain, or sleep, can have side effects like drowsiness, dizziness, or impaired concentration that can make driving dangerous. You might be taking a medication you've used for years, but how your body processes it can change over time. Or interactions between multiple medications can create new side effects you weren't expecting. So, what does this mean? Does it mean everyone over 65 should stop driving? Absolutely not. It means we need to be more aware and take proactive steps. Firstly, get regular vision and hearing checks. Don't just assume your glasses prescription is fine or that you can hear everything important. Talk to your eye doctor about driving specific vision issues like glare sensitivity. Secondly, review all your medications with your doctor regularly. Ask specifically if any of them, alone or in combination, could affect your driving. There might be alternatives or adjustments that can reduce risk. Thirdly, be honest with yourself about how you feel before getting behind the wheel. Are you tired? Stressed, feeling a bit under the weather? These can all impair judgment and reaction time. Avoid driving at night or in bad weather if vision or reaction time is a concern. Plan your routes to avoid complex intersections or high-speed highways if possible. Consider taking a senior driving course. Many organizations offer them, and they can help refresh your skills and make you aware of potential challenges. These courses often provide tips for adjusting to age-related changes and might even help you qualify for an insurance discount. It's also wise to consider if your car is the best fit for you now. Features like larger mirrors, automatic transmission, power steering, and adaptive cruise control can make driving easier and safer. Ultimately, this isn't about losing independence. It's about maintaining it safely for as long as possible. Have open conversations with loved ones about your driving. Sometimes it's hard to see these changes in ourselves, and a trusted family member might offer valuable perspective. Making a plan for when driving is no longer safe, like exploring public transport options, ride-sharing, or services for seniors, is a sign of strength and planning, not giving up. It's about staying mobile and connected in ways that prioritize your safety and the safety of others. Now, let's shift gears from the road to somewhere you probably feel safest, your own home. Our homes are our sanctuaries, filled with familiar objects and layouts. We know where the stairs are, where that rug sits, how the light falls. But did you know that falls are the leading cause of injury among older adults, and most falls happen right at home? Why does home suddenly become a hazard zone? Again, it's often due to subtle changes in our bodies combined with static environmental factors. Balance can decline as we age due to changes in our inner ear, muscle strength, and coordination. Vision problems make it harder to spot tripping hazards. Peripheral neuropathy, common with conditions like diabetes, can reduce sensation in the feet, making us less aware of where we're stepping. Medications can cause dizziness or lightheadedness, increasing fall risk. Even simple things like getting up too quickly can lead to a head rush and a fall. So, that familiar rug. Before 65, you might have shuffled over it without a thought. After 65, if its edges are curled, or if you're a bit unsteady, it becomes a significant tripping hazard. The stairs you've climbed thousands of times if you're tired, or your knees are sore, or the lighting isn't great, they become much riskier. Making your home safer isn't about child-proofing it, it's about age-proofing it. Start with the floors. Secure all rugs with non-slip backing or tape. Or better yet, remove small rugs altogether. Keep pathways clear of clutter, that pile of books you meant to put away. The trailing electrical cord, the pet toys. Ensure good lighting throughout your home, especially in hallways, stairwells, and bathrooms. Use brighter bulbs and consider adding night lights, particularly between the bedroom and the bathroom. Handrails are essential on both sides of staircases, and make sure they are sturdy and extend the full length of the stairs. In the bathroom, which is a prime location for falls due to wet, slippery surfaces, install grab bars in the shower or tub and next to the toilet. Use a non-slip mat in the shower or tub. Raised toilet seats can also be helpful if getting up and down is difficult. Think about accessibility. Arranging frequently used items in cabinets and shelves so you don't have to reach too high or bend too low. If you spend a lot of time in one chair, make sure it's easy to get in and out of. Wear supportive, non-slip shoes even when you're at home. Avoiding walking in socks or loose slippers. These might seem like small things, but each one significantly reduces the risk of a fall. It's not about living in fear. It's about making your environment work with you, not against you. As you continue to live independently and confidently in your own space, moving on from our environment to something internal that becomes significantly more complex as we age. Managing medications. It's incredibly common for people over 65 to be taking multiple prescription and over-the-counter medications, as well as supplements. This is often called polypharmacy. And while each medication might be necessary for a specific condition, the sheer number of pills and the way they interact with each other can create serious, unexpected dangers. What was a perfectly safe dose of one medication might become problematic when combined with another. A side effect you barely noticed before might become amplified. New side effects can emerge that weren't listed for individual drugs, but appear only when they're mixed. For example, combining certain blood pressure medications with certain pain relievers can affect kidney function. Taking multiple medications that cause drowsiness, like some allergy medicines, pain pills, and sleep aids, can lead to dangerous levels of sedation, increasing the risk of falls or accidents. Even interactions with food or drinks, like grapefruit juice affecting how certain cholesterol medications work, can become more critical when you're on a complex regimen. Our bodies also process medications differently as we age. Our liver and kidneys might not filter drugs out of our system as efficiently, meaning medications stay in the body longer, potentially leading to toxicity even at standard doses. Muscle mass decreases, and body fat might increase, which can affect how drugs are absorbed and distributed. The key to navigating this complexity safely is vigilant medication management and open communication with your healthcare team. First, keep an up-to-date list of everything you take: prescriptions, over-the-counter medicines, vitamins, herbs, supplements. Bring this list to every doctor's appointment, every pharmacist visit, and every hospital stay. Don't assume one doctor knows what another has prescribed. It's your body, and you are the central point of information. Second, use one pharmacy for all your prescriptions if possible. This allows the pharmacist, who is a medication expert, to spot potential interactions more easily. They can flag issues that even doctors might miss if they're only looking at their specific prescriptions. Third, talk to your doctor or pharmacist about why you are taking each medication, what its purpose is, and what potential side effects or interactions to watch out for. Ask if any medications can be simplified or potentially discontinued if a condition is well managed. Sometimes, a medication is continued out of habit long after it's truly needed. Fourth, be aware of how you feel after starting a new medication or when your dosage changes. Any new symptom, dizziness, fatigue, confusion, nausea, could be a side effect or an interaction. Don't dismiss it. Report it to your doctor. Sometimes, symptoms you think are just getting older are actually medication-related. Consider using a pill organizer or setting reminders to ensure you take the right medication at the right time and dose. Accidental double dosing or missing doses can also be dangerous. This might seem like a lot of work, but taking control of your medication regimen is one of the most powerful steps you can take to protect your health and avoid potentially life-threatening complications. It's about being an active participant in your care, not just a passive recipient of prescriptions. This leads us seamlessly to the next point, which is closely related to medication effects and also just the general experience of aging ignoring subtle health symptoms. Many of us, as we get older, develop a certain stoicism. We figure aches and pains are just part of the package. We might feel a bit more tired than usual, have a new twinge here or there, or notice a slight change in digestion, and we brush it off, thinking, well, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. While it's true that our bodies change with age, dismissing new or worsening symptoms can be incredibly dangerous. Serious conditions often start with subtle signs that, if caught early, are much easier to treat and manage. For instance, symptoms of a heart attack in women or older adults can be much milder than the dramatic chest pain often depicted. Maybe it's just unusual fatigue, shortness of breath, or discomfort in the back, neck, or jaw. These can be easily attributed to just feeling tired or having a bit of muscle strain. A persistent cough might seem like just a lingering cold, but it could be a sign of something more serious like pneumonia or heart failure. Confusion or memory problems shouldn't automatically be dismissed as senior moments. They could indicate anything from a medication side effect to a nutritional deficiency, an infection, or a neurological issue that needs investigation, changes in bowel habits, unexplained weight loss, or persistent pain anywhere in the body warrant medical attention, not just resignation that it's part of getting older. Why is it more dangerous to ignore these things after 65? Firstly, conditions can progress more quickly or have more severe consequences in older adults. Our reserve capacity might be lower, meaning our bodies can't compensate for illness as effectively as they once could. Secondly, symptoms in older adults can be atypical or less pronounced. A severe infection, for example, might present with confusion or weakness rather than a high fever. This makes it harder for both the individual and sometimes even healthcare providers to recognize the problem promptly. Thirdly, delaying diagnosis and treatment can turn something manageable into a crisis. That subtle shortness of breath, if ignored, could lead to a hospitalization for heart failure. That persistent fatigue could be a sign of a treatable anemia, but if left unchecked, could severely impact your quality of life and ability to function independently. So, the crucial step here is to pay attention to your body and not be afraid to voice your concerns to your doctor. You are the expert on your own body and what feels normal or abnormal for you. Keep a symptom diary if necessary, noting when symptoms started, what they feel like, how often they occur, and if anything makes them better or worse. This information can be invaluable to your doctor. Don't feel like you are bothering your doctor by reporting a new symptom. Their job is to help you stay healthy, and investigating potential issues early is key to that. Be specific when describing your symptoms. Instead of saying, "I feel tired," try to describe it more precisely. "I feel exhausted even after a full night's sleep." Or, "I used to be able to walk 2 blocks easily, but now I get out of breath after 1. And discuss any changes in your normal functioning. If you're finding everyday tasks harder, if your energy levels have dropped significantly, or if you've lost interest in activities you used to enjoy. Taking these steps means being proactive about your health. It's about respecting the changes that come with age, but refusing to accept that every new symptom is an inevitable decline. It's about giving yourself the best chance to catch potential problems early when they are most treatable, ensuring you can continue living an active, fulfilling life. Finally, let's talk about something incredibly fundamental, yet often overlooked: staying adequately hydrated and nourished. As we age, our sense of thirst can diminish. We might not feel thirsty until we are already becoming dehydrated. Certain medications, common among older adults, can also have a diuretic effect, causing us to lose fluids more quickly. Mobility issues might make it harder or less convenient to get drinks throughout the day. The consequences of dehydration can be serious and sudden. Confusion, dizziness, falls, kidney problems, and even hospitalization. It impacts everything from cognitive function to digestion to overall energy levels. Similarly, poor nutrition can creep up. Appetite might decrease. Preparing meals can become a chore. Chewing or swallowing difficulties can arise. And medication side effects can affect taste or digestion, making eating less appealing. If you're not eating a balanced diet, you can miss out on essential vitamins, minerals, and protein, leading to muscle loss, weakness, impaired immune function, and slower recovery from illness. What was once simply not eating enough or feeling a bit thirsty can suddenly manifest as significant health problems. So, how do we combat this subtle but serious risk for hydration? The key is to drink consistently throughout the day. Even if you don't feel particularly thirsty, don't wait until you're parched. Keep water or other hydrating fluids easily accessible. Have a water bottle or a glass next to your favorite chair, by your bed, and carry one with you when you go out. If plain water gets boring, try adding slices of lemon, cucumber, or berries, herbal teas, diluted juices, or even foods with high water content like fruits and vegetables. Watermelon, cucumbers, oranges contribute to hydration. Monitor your urine color. If it's dark yellow, you likely need to drink more. If you have medical conditions like heart failure or kidney disease, talk to your doctor about the right amount of fluid intake for you, as sometimes restrictions are necessary. But staying adequately hydrated within those limits is still vital. For nutrition, focus on nutrient-dense foods. Prioritize protein at each meal to help maintain muscle mass. Lean meats, fish, eggs, beans, lentils, yogurt, cheese. Include plenty of fruits and vegetables for vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Choose whole grains over refined grains. If cooking feels overwhelming, look into meal delivery services for seniors, prepared meal options at the grocery store, or community meal programs. Snacking on healthy options like fruit, nuts, or yogurt throughout the day can help ensure you're getting enough calories and nutrients, especially if large meals are difficult, if you have difficulty chewing or swallowing. Talk to your doctor or a dietitian. They can suggest modifications to your diet, like softer foods or nutritional supplements, to ensure you get what you need. Again, review medications with your doctor to see if any are affecting your appetite or causing digestive issues. Addressing potential nutritional deficiencies early can prevent a cascade of health problems. Living well after 65 isn't about avoiding life or becoming overly cautious. It's about wisdom and awareness. It's about recognizing that while you might feel like the same person you've always been, the way your body interacts with the world has subtle but significant changes. We've talked about how things like driving, navigating your own home, managing medications, paying attention to your body's signals, and simply staying hydrated and well-fed all require a slightly different approach than they might have years ago. These aren't weaknesses. They are simply new realities to adapt to. The beautiful thing is that these adaptations are often small and entirely within your control, making your home safer. Having that conversation with your doctor about medications or a new symptom, planning your hydration throughout the day, or making simple changes to your diet. These are all practical steps that empower you. They help you maintain your independence, your health, and your ability to enjoy life to the fullest. Remember, making small changes can make a big difference to your health and happiness. Your experience and wisdom are invaluable assets. Don't let preventable risks hold you back. Be proactive, be aware, and advocate for yourself. If anything we've discussed resonated with you, or if you have your own experiences or tips to share, please leave a comment below. Your insights can help others in this wonderful community. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like. It really helps us reach more people who could benefit from this information. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos aimed at helping you live your best life at every age. Taking these steps isn't just about avoiding danger. It's about embracing the possibilities that come with living well and safely in these golden years. Live your best life at every age.